Ted Turner, you were an asshole, but you were our favorite asshole. Well, if you hadn't heard by now, the mouth of the South himself has left us. According to the New York Times, Robert Edward Ted Turner III died Wednesday, May 6th, at his home near Tallahassee, Florida, after a long battle with Lewy body dementia. He was 87 years old. Turner, most famous for founding CNN in 1980, was a man who had a penchant for taking risks and not being afraid to speak his mind, consequences be damned. Former CNN Chief Operating Officer Steve Korn described Turner as the most vibrant man I've ever known, and that people would often lose that because of his audacious personality. And in a statement from Turner Enterprises, he was hailed as a man known for his no-holds-barred delivery, endearing sense of humor, and undying loyalty to those around him. Even his third and final ex-wife, Jane Fonda, eulogized him as a gloriously handsome, deeply romantic, swashbuckling pirate, and the world's greatest sailor, who had a big life, brilliant mind, and a soaring sense of humor. The United Nations Foundation, which Turner helped create with a $1 billion personal donation in 1997, stated that he was a visionary with an impatience for change and believed that progress was always in reach and everyone had a role to play in bringing it about. Turner, who was also known as Captain Outrageous, was by all accounts a philanderer, a man whose no-holds-barred delivery tended to turn off some folks, and in our humble opinion, he didn't give a rat's butt about what others thought about him or the things he did. Politically, Turner was contradictory and controversial. He'd been a supporter of the far-right John Birch Society, ironic, as he would later found the UN Foundation, and we all know that the United Nations is the biggest booger bear to the John Birch Society. Yeah, they hate it with a purple passion, son. But yet, he befriended Cuba's Fidel Castro and defended the repressive conduct of the communist Chinese government. In later years, he would devote himself to causes that would include the environment, fighting AIDS, and global peace. But all in all, Ted Turner was Ted Turner. From all you read about him, yeah, you could easily conclude that he was an asshole, and we would wholeheartedly agree. However, he was no ordinary asshole. He was the asshole who was never afraid to take chances regardless of what others thought. And in the end, this asshole named Ted Turner revolutionized the world by giving us round-the-clock news through CNN. He owned millions of acres of land and preserved it for generations to come, and was a champion for peace and understanding. Ted Turner, you were the most glorious asshole that ever walked the face of this earth, my friend. And our condolences go out to your family and your friends. And Ted, we always knew that you just wanted to be called Ted by anyone and everyone. We thank you for using your fame and fortune to help make the world a better place. And for that, you will forever be known as our favorite asshole. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Have you ever met Ted Turner? What do you think of Ted Turner? Let us know. All right, until we meet again, peace out, y'all. You have been listening to Steve's Random Thoughts, hosted, edited, and produced by Steve Williams. Thank you for listening. Please visit sublignavalley.us for the rest of our multimedia family. And again,